Kerr County officials said none of the alert systems in place on July 4th could have prevented the flash flood disaster that killed dozens of people. Good evening, I'm Clarice Tinsley. Today is the first public hearing about the tragedy along the Guadalupe River with testimony in Kerrville from first responders and relatives of the victims. Fox 4 Stephen Dial in the newsroom with more. Stephen.
Definitely an emotional day at times. The much anticipated hearing started with lawmakers saying this is not about finger pointing, but trying to find solutions to prevent something like this from happening again. But some of the questioning was critical of actions taken by some officials. We also heard emotional testimony from flood victims and their families.
When we know better, we do better. And so we need to do better for the people in this community, for the people that are suffering.
No one is suffering more than parents like Alyssa Baker, the mother of one of the Camp Mystic children swept away by the raging Guadalupe River. More than 130 people died in central Texas during the July 4th floods, most of them in Kerr County, including children on camping trips from North Texas. Baker, who lost her 11-year-old daughter, is pressing for better warning systems.
I don't think the sirens by themselves will be helpful. Like I said, people will stop listening to them. But the sensor, when it gets to a certain level, and then the sirens go off, and then people know it's time. Like, this is serious.
For weeks, we have reported that the forecast quickly changed overnight, and the hardest hit part of the hill country saw a flood wall of nearly 30 feet. The purpose of this state legislative hearing is to find solutions to prevent future disasters. One common option is an outdoor siren system, but many more resources are needed as well.
In my view, no alert system would have changed the outcome or prevented the tragic loss of life that was upriver. By the time the true danger became clear, the monitoring our office was in full mode, rescuing residents and visitors.
Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick was the acting governor at the time of the flood. Even though lawmakers said this was not about pointing fingers, Patrick did call out the Kerr County judge for not being in town during the flood.
I think I have to make this point on behalf of them. Judge Kelly, I never saw you on day one. I came here from Austin. In this room, I talked to the sheriff multiple times, Sheriff. I talked to the mayor multiple times.
County Judge Rob Kelly did not offer a rebuttal, but acknowledged earlier in the hearing that he was at Lake Travis on July 4th. The mayor of Kerrville said he wants emergency sirens installed before next summer. Multiple people from Kerr County and the Hill Country testified before the Joint Committee, telling their stories from that fateful day.
We ended up staying in the trees for several hours. We watched other cars shoot down the river.
At what point did I realize the flood was way worse than ever? Really, it was when I saw it coming at our house. So 3:30.
We lost 4 friends that morning, including 2 in what appeared to be a really solid house. We should consider updated building codes for floodplain properties, things like elevation standards and rooftop escape.
Now, dozens signed up for public testimony. That testimony is still going on. Clarice will have more coverage throughout the night.
All right, Stephen Dial, thank you.